I'm Rick James. Helen ready? I think we were just too pretty.
Howdy, folks. I'm Steve McDaniel.
I'm Tommy Lords, drummer for Shock Graffiti.
Mike Myers from Destroyer. You told me to talk into the mic, though.
Hi, I'm Butchie M. My name is Tom Lefevre.
Was I in a band in the 80s?
John Risco.
I was, wasn't I?
I am Brian Wolf. I played bass for Vicious Bereka, Destroyer, Fantasy, and Shock Graffiti.
Retaliator, Whiplash, Misery.
I am Matt Wolf, aka Matt Metal.
Riff Raff, Crying Shame. And the rest of them I can't remember.
I'm Tony Morales. I was in the band, and still am. What the hell am I talking? Yeah. Still am in the band called Kraken.
Hello, I'm Larry Werner. I played, my turn. It's out of time already. I played lead guitar for Jolly Roger.
John, my brother, was also in the band.
I'm Brian. I play lead singer for Jolly Roger.
Jody Hawk, singer. Adam West, Enzo.
Tony Dalmas, drums. Frank Sarkozy, drums. The original drummer of Vicious Bereka. I was the founding father, along with Michael J. Chills, of the band Chills.
I'm Michael J. Chills. I was lead vocalist for Chills, The Mob, and Uncle Remus.
Then, the founding father, along with Michael J. Chills, of the Mob, the founding father, along with Mr. Jody Hawk of Enzo. I wear the belt. I am the heavyweight champ of metal in the Lehigh Valley.
Nice.
Me and the king, Tony Dalmas.
Brian Zimmerman, played with Dirty Blonde guitar, lead rhythm guitar.
Everything was big. Everything was big, except my hair wasn't big, but everybody else's hair was big. Personas were big.
There was a big scene in the Valley that really nobody knew but the Valley.
And Lehigh Valley, everyone was always kind of, who's going to be the band to get out of here? Who's going to make it?
We appealed to the musicians because the musicianship was at a high level. We had a really good-looking singer.
It smells a lot like citronella. I'm going to put it away.
Everyone, came to see each other's bands.
But the cool thing was, their fans were our fans, vice versa, and everybody went to see everybody.
So everybody really was very optimistic. So there were a lot of bands playing, a lot of original music. I think it was a great time.
We never gave in. Whatever band that you were in and the style that you were playing, damn it, that's what we do.
Yeah, it definitely felt like there was a scene. The problem is it was all pussy rock being signed. And, we were all playing or doing stuff that was heavier. It was cool. Just putting those 3 or 4 chords together and making it as loud and heavy as you could.
It seemed very real. That type of music had gained a lot of momentum. You could go out to a club on a Thursday night, on a Friday night, on a Wednesday night, and play original music, and people were responsive to it. They liked it. They wanted to hear it. They seemed like they couldn't get enough.
Even on weekdays, you could play at a place like Bill Daniels and you'd still draw 500 people. Or they'd have Kamikaze night at Castle Inn, and there'd be several hundred people there. Now you're lucky on a weekend with clubs today, if you can even draw close to that.
I remember seeing Tease. Tease was the big deal.
That was they were the first band.
That was the big show.
Bill Daniels Rock Palace. Yeah, Bill Daniels, yeah.
The guys in Tease wore more makeup than most women. Janice and I also mimicked Tease. We had our little rough house,
Tease
our
rags, shirts.
They were really the kings of the poofy hair and the crazy stuff. It reminded me of, don't get mad at me, Rough House. It was kind of like Sigmund and the Sea Monsters with big hair, like seaweed. They had seaweed on and stuff like that.
We worked factory jobs in the day, and then at night we would go out and play. We do 4 nights at a pop, play 16 sets in 4 days. Lehigh Valley was good. We had a lot of fun up here. The music hall was cool. It was big. It was right next to that strip club.
What was cool about the music hall was it was, a concert type atmosphere, whereas these clubs, it wasn't the whole thing.
Okay, we're standing in front of what used to be the most quintessential and classic of all Lehigh Valley rock and roll clubs, the Airport Music Hall. And Now, unfortunately, it is a wine and spirits shop.
Everything played the music hall. And you had a punk scene, you had the underground metal scene, you had thrash metal, death metal, but you also had a hardcore scene.
I used to go see like Typo Negative and all those thrash bands that would come in. Although I wasn't a big thrash band, I was just going there more or less to hang out and to meet the chicks.
We broke onto the scene, probably the music hall, the airport music hall, with like TT Quick, Washed. Bands like that took us under their wing.
Saw Manowar there. I saw Cheap Trick there. Saw Don Dawkins solo band there. I Washed. I've seen there millions of times.
When the Nationals first started coming through, that's what really started to get special about the place. I mean, I was seeing bands from, you know, Suicidal to Pantera to Danzig to Soundgarden. I mean, doing their. I saw the Appetite for Destruction tour for the first time.
Who the hell's Guns N' Roses? And they come out and I see a sister in a Sunday dress. What the hell is that?
The music hall was something so different. There was such a vibe there, and just such an opportunity. If there was somewhere like that now, there'd be a lot more signed bands out of this area, I think.
When that whole grunge deal came down, all of a sudden all the club scenes started. You couldn't go play original hard rock or heavy metal and have any interest or get paid, or you couldn't make anything work.
You know, Nirvana changed everything, and that's the bottom line.
We were all trying to get that elusive, magical record deal that was always kind of floating around, that everyone was grasping for throwing their hands in the air trying to grab it, and for the most part, no one ever got one. But, you know, you had a hell of a lot of fun trying.